Hello everyone. In this video we are going to study decomposition theorem. So what is decomposition theorem is Pn of lambda. We know what is Pn lambda. Pn lambda denotes chromatic polynomial with lambda number of colors and the graph is having n number of vertices. So Pn lambda of G is our given graph, is equal to Pn lambda of G dash plus Pn minus 1 lambda of G double dash. Now we are going to see what is G dash and what is G double dash. So in a graph G, we are having two vertices A and B. We are considering two vertices A and B, and these vertices A and B are non-adjacent vertices. These two vertices are non-adjacent vertices. Now we are going to add an edge between A and B. Then the resultant graph is known as G dash. Is it clear? A and B are non-adjacent vertices in G. We are going to add an edge between A and B. That graph is denoted by G dash, and we are going to merge A and B into single vertex. And whatever edges we are having, parallel edges, we will replace those parallel edges into single edge. That resultant graph is G double dash. So we are considering two non-adjacent vertices A and B in a graph G. Then G dash be a graph obtained by adding an edge between A and B, and G double dash be a graph obtained from G by merging A and B vertices into one vertex and replacing set of parallel edges with a single edge. Then chromatic polynomial of G is equal to chromatic polynomial of G dash and G double dash. Now we are going to prove this. We can prove this by, now we can color the graph in many number of ways. Correct? We can color a graph properly in many number of ways, and in that we are considering two cases. We are going to group the number of ways of coloring a graph properly in two categories. First one, by coloring A and B as same color. Because A and B are not adjacent to each other, therefore we can color A and B using same color. In second case, we are going to use different colors for A and B. So in first case we are considering A and B as same color, and in second case we are considering A and B as different color. Now the number of ways of properly coloring G with A and B as different colors is equal to the number of ways of properly coloring G dash. The number of ways, I repeat, the number of ways of properly coloring of G. The number of ways properly coloring of G such that A and B as different colors is equal to number of ways in properly coloring G. Because in G dash the vertices are adjacent to each other. See, suppose if this is our graph. If this is our graph, A and E are not adjacent to each other. So I can use A as one color, E as same color. Suppose A is green, I can use green for E also. That is our first case. In second case, if I use A as green, if I use red, if I connect this also, again the proper coloring is valid, right? So that is our G dash. The proper coloring of AB using different colors is the number of ways properly coloring the graph in G dash. Correct? Now, second case, the number of ways properly coloring G such that A and B have same color. When it is having same color is equal to the number of ways G double dash is properly coloring. How we are getting G double dash? Merging these two vertices. So, we will get graph in this way. E and G are merged together. We are having D. So, the number of ways coloring the graph G by taking A and B as same color is same as coloring the graph G double dash. Therefore, we will get the result Pn lambda of G is equal to Pn lambda of G dash plus Pn minus 1 lambda of G double dash. This is our decomposition theorem. Now we will consider an example. I will consider a graph G. I will consider a graph G. This is our A, B, C, D, E. Now we are having A, B, C, D, E. A and B are not adjacent to each other. Now what is our G dash? A and B should be adjacent to each other by adding an edge. I will add edge to A and B. This is our G dash. Now what is our G double dash? Merging A and B. So if I merge these two, A and B, I will get C, D, E. I will merge this two, that I will take it as B dash. C is connected to D. D is connected to E. And D is connected to B dash. Similarly, C is connected to B dash. B is connected to E dash. This is our G double dash. Now we are going to verify whether the statement of decomposition theorem is true or not. Now we are going to find Pn lambda for G dash. That is for this graph. Whenever we are having, see here we are having 5 vertices. So we have to find C1, C2, C3, C4, C5. Also, whenever we have triangle, for example, whenever we have edge, one edge, C1 is 0. Because using one color, we cannot color this graph properly. So C1 is 0. For this graph, C1 is 0. Whenever we have triangle, we cannot color the graph properly using two colors. Therefore, C2 is 0. Now, we can check for 3 colors. When we choose 3 colors for this, I'll take this as color 1, color 2, color 3. 1 color, 2 color, 3 color. E is adjacent to A. So, I cannot choose 1. E is adjacent to 3 also. So I'll take this as 2. What about this? It is adjacent to 2. It is adjacent to 1. And we have D to A also. Okay. B is adjacent to 2. B is adjacent to 1. B is adjacent to 3 also. So here we cannot choose third color again. Here we cannot choose 1 because it is adjacent to 1. Here we cannot choose 2. Here we cannot choose 3. So it is 4. So using 3 colors, again G dash cannot be colored properly. Correct? Therefore C3 is also 0. Now we have to find C4 and C5. We know how to find C5. C5 is 5 factorial itself. Now Pn lambda of G dash. We are going to find for G dash is, what is our formula? C1 lambda by 1 factorial. C1 lambda by 1 factorial. C2 lambda into lambda minus 1 by 2 factorial plus C3 lambda into lambda minus 1 into lambda minus 2 by 3 factorial plus C4 lambda, lambda minus 1, lambda minus 2, lambda minus 3 by 4 factorial, and at last C5 lambda, lambda minus 1, lambda minus 2, lambda minus 3, lambda minus 4 by 5 factorial. So as I explained earlier, C1 is 0, C2 is 0, C3 is 0. So what is C4? Using 4 colors, we can color the graph properly, right? Therefore C4 is 4 factorial. So if we see this graph, I can choose one color, any color here. So I am having 4 colors. So either I can choose first one, second one, third one, fourth one, anything. So here I am having 4 possibilities. When I choose one color here, remaining 3 possibilities here. Remaining 2 possibilities here. When I choose 1, 2, 3 here, obviously this should be 4. And if it is 4, this should be 2 only, because it cannot be 1, 3 and 4. Therefore, it is not multiplied with any other number except 1. There is only one possibility. Therefore, C factorial, C4 is 4. And also we know C5 is 5 factorial itself, because n is 5 in this case. So when we substitute 4 factorial and 5 factorial here, Pn of lambda of G dash is equal to 4 factorial will get cancelled, 5 factorial will get cancelled. So we will have lambda, lambda minus 1, lambda minus 2, lambda minus 3 common. Remaining terms are 1 plus lambda minus 4. So we are having, also I have told in previous case, whenever we have lambda minus 1, lambda minus 2, lambda minus 3, it's understood that we cannot color the graph properly using one color or two color or 3 colors. So we are having lambda minus 1, lambda minus 2, lambda minus 3 whole square. Now we have to find Pn of lambda for G double dash. In G double dash, we are having only 4 vertices. Also, whenever edge is there, C1 is 0. Whenever we have triangle, C2 is 0. Because whenever we are having triangle, minimum 3 colors are required to color the graph. Now we have to find C3 and C4. What is C4? C4 is 4 factorial itself. Now to find C3, now we have to find C3. Now we are having 3 colors. I have given 1 color, 2 color, 3 color. Obviously this should be 2, because we cannot choose 1 or 3. Therefore C3 is 3 factorial and C4 is 4 factorial. So what is P4 lambda for G double dash? C1 is 0, C2 is 0, C3 is 3 factorial into lambda, lambda minus 2 by 2. What is our formula? C1 is 0, C2 is 0 by 3 factorial. Lambda, lambda minus 1 into lambda minus 2. Similarly, C4 is 4 factorial, lambda, lambda minus 1, lambda minus 2, lambda minus 3 by 4 factorial. If we take lambda, lambda minus 1, lambda minus 2 common, we will get, this is lambda minus 1, lambda minus 2 common means 1 plus lambda minus 3. So, we have lambda, lambda minus 1, lambda minus 2 whole square. Now, we have to find P5 lambda of 5. See, this is our RHS. RHS is P5 lambda of G dash plus P4 lambda of G double dash. We have got the value of RHS. When we add these two results, we will get RHS. Now we have to find LHS also. So, this is our example. This graph can be written as, I'll take D as this one. A, D is connected to A. D is connected to E. D is connected to B. D is connected to C. And C is connected to B. B is connected to E. E is connected to A. And C is connected to A. Already we have solved this graph and we got the result. When we see previous example, I have solved this already. So I am not going to solve this again. So we got this answer. P5 lambda of G is, what's the answer? Lambda, lambda minus 1, lambda minus 2, lambda square minus 5 lambda plus 7. This is our LHS. When we add RHS, when I add G dash and G double dash, see, lambda, lambda minus 1, lambda minus 2 is common. Lambda minus 2 is common. Remaining terms are lambda minus 2 here, lambda minus 3 whole square. When I expand it, lambda, lambda minus 1, lambda minus 2, lambda minus 2 plus lambda square minus 6 lambda plus 9. So we got lambda, lambda minus 1, lambda minus 2, lambda square minus 5 lambda plus 7. So hence this theorem is true for all graphs.